Hey folks, welcome back to the 3L. I'm Chad. Thanks for dropping by today. Listen, the Q&A from the other day, a little challenge. Yes, it's the type of hat that I'm wearing to answer your question. So, you know who you are, and we're pushing this particular song to the front of the list. I have no idea who this artist is. I have no background information really. The only research that I've done was to look up the lyrics. That's essentially the only research that I do. Is I kind of like to get a feel for, what the artist is saying, so I look up the lyrics. So that's essentially all I know. Okay, so let's jump into this. This artist is called Aurora. Is that her name? Okay, Aurora, and it's called Churchyard. Let's do this.
He told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far. Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? He told me I belong in a churchyard. Birds pointy like arrows, wounds no one can see. He closed all the windows as his anger broke free. I will not remember you as somebody.
What is happening right now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I just I've got to be honest with you. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what I'm looking at. Who is this girl? Is she Norwegian? A Norwegian girl? Irish? Norwegian? Something like this? From Iceland? I've played so many RPG games, that it's like she's come from the elf world, and don't get offended, don't take this the wrong way. It's just, it looks like one of the elves has come to us and is singing for us right now. Wow, this is amazing. And as far as lyric-wise, I'm still trying to piece together what all this means, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump back into this. Maybe I can more fully understand what she's trying to convey here.
Please, will you remember me and cry? Walk away, but I wouldn't get far. Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? You told me I belong in a churchyard. Followed him gently. Seeds in his heart, roots tearing the love in him apart.
god, oh my god, oh my god. This looks like some sort of ritual dance or something that's happening right now, like some underground, private, some private group or community underground that nobody knows about. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, folks. I've never heard this style of music. You know what? I know what you guys are doing. I know what you're doing, and you know who you are. You're trying to get this reactor here to raise his eyebrows. You're trying to throw me off guard. That's what you did with this request, wasn't it? You wanted to get me all out of sorts. Well, you know what? You succeeded. I'm all out of sorts. I don't even know how to piece together or put into perspective what I'm witnessing right now. That's your fault.
Discover new music at KEXP.
Oh, I've discovered it. Well, I did find something online after a lot of searching because I'm just, totally in the dark about what all this is all about. So, let me just share it with you real quickly. She says here that Churchyard, the song title, is kind of like the concept of someone much bigger using their power in the wrong way, which can happen all the time in politics, with women or children. I wanted the songs to feel empowering, like at the end of the song, she comes back to haunt him. And I'm assuming that's with all the heda, 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 that's haunting him. I'm haunted. It's haunting me. No, but in all seriousness, all jokes aside, this was very much a learning experience for me, to say the least. I have not been introduced to this kind of music until just now. And I have to say, to be upfront and honest with you, it is a little different, than what I'm used to. At the same time, I'm not trying to, hurt anyone's feelings. It's just that, we all have our different genres. We all have our different, types of music that we prefer. This would not be at the top of the list, but I tell you one thing, she definitely has the ability to haunt somebody. If that's what her goal is, her end game, she's definitely succeeded. That ending there, like she was saying, at the end of the song, she comes back to haunt him. I think, the lyrics-wise, she was trying to say that, that whoever this individual is that has a lot of influence, a lot of power, a lot of prestige, or whatever you want to call it, this individual is probably narcissistic in nature, probably wants to keep the individual confined in a certain space. You can't leave this area. oh, you're free to go, but you really can't go that far as far as what was in the lyrics there. You know, he said, he told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get that far. So, essentially, I believe, and I could be wrong, and you guys help me out in the comments section below if I'm totally off base on this, but I'm getting the feeling that it's kind of like feeling like you're trapped, you're confined by this individual. He is narcissistic. He is, controlling. Always gets his way. Passive aggressive. I don't know. Just she feels trapped in this situation, and she wants to break free and kind of like balance the scales, get back at him, and not necessarily revenge, but just kind of, bring the balance back, to where it should be. I have to say, folks, this definitely threw me off, and if that was your goal, you succeeded. But thanks again for this request. It definitely was a learning experience for me. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and just remember one thing before you leave. Talking is not always teaching, but listening is always learning. And I definitely learned something today. Thanks again. Take care.